All right. Howdy. Good morning. Good afternoon. Almost afternoon. So we are hunkering down like good humans are doing right now, and looking for different ways to stay busy. And so we thought we'd share some of those ways with you and share that time with you, because we can't see a lot of our friends right now, which makes us a little sad, but it's the right thing to do. So thanks for doing the right thing with us. And today we're going to draw a pangolin. And pangolins are my son's favorite animal. Bambino is 9, and he will be drawing a pangolin. And Biscottino, or Little Lizard, he is asked to be called, is 6, and he will be drawing a pangolin. And then we're going to try, Bambino was asking if we could try and make pangolins that can stand up. So we will also be attempting that today. If you're going to do that like this, we have Bristol paper, but I am an illustrator, so I have a lot of different types of paper. What y'all might have lying around is construction paper that will be able to stand up easier if you fold it. So if you want to use your pangolin drawing for a stand-up one, then fold a thicker piece of paper in half to start. And you want to draw it like it's going to be a pangolin from the side. And you want to keep it so the back is at the fold.
Yep, that's right, Mama.
So, and we won't cut it out yet. We'll talk more about that later. Right now we're just going to draw pangolins. And pangolins are neat creatures.
Yes, Barcus here.
It just occurred to me that it might have helped to have a picture of a pangolin. Bambino, go get a picture of a pangolin. We've got them all over the place. Or go get Pangy.
I'm gonna get Pangy. He's not.
So a pangolin is, it's actually its own order, I think, of mammal. It is a mammal. They're interesting because they look kind of like lizards, and they have these big, thick scales that protect them, and they can curl into tight balls to protect themselves. And their scales are kind of, we were debating what kind of shape to call it. I always think about it like it's like the top of a pentagon, but more curved.
Where's
Bambino. I think he's in the bag over there. Okay. Bambino was saying that they are triangular half circles, which also very much makes sense to me. So they're kind of, you can also just use like a triangle or a half circle kind of thing when doing the scales. So this is a pangolin. So it's a stuffed pangolin, not a real one. So they have long tails. Yeah. Oh, we've got a good photograph too. Thank you. So this is one curled up in a ball. So see those cool thick scales? So maybe I'll have a picture laying around, or we'll leave Pangy out here just as a reminder. But so they have a big arch for their back.
Yeah.
So that's like a good like half circle. And then their face is kind of triangular. So it's similar to making a triangle. And then the long tail is almost as long as their entire body. And it comes out like a triangle if it was absolutely straight. But usually they're more relaxed. And then he's got 4 legs.
This is my apple juice.
And they have long claws. And they have really long tongues if you want to give yours a tongue. So that's kind of, what we're looking at there.
That's why we have pink.
He can sit there. Yeah, we do have pink for tongues. We have markers for ours.
I said that.
We're gonna start drawing now. Yes, you can keep. Oh, that is a very good decision. I like that. Let's see if we can keep that open. Okay, so we'll move. Yeah, it's not the greatest shot, but you can see this guy over here too is a good, especially if you want to do a stand up. That's a good source to use because it's right from the side. And I'm gonna draw mine kind of from the side. But I think I'm going to do mine more, I'll do a straightforward side one. Are you guys ready to start?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, like we were talking about, the top of the back is real kind of,
It's like a
they did put a heart. It means that they're enjoying it, which is good, right?
It's really good.
Okay. So, I always like to start, okay guys, we can't mess around too much, remember. It's like when I teach art class. We've got to let everybody pay attention. So, I like to start kind of in the middle so that I know how much space I have on the paper. So, I like to start, especially with a pangolin, with that big whoop on the body. And then I know, and it's kind of right in the middle there.
So, if you want to see what
So then
mine
I
is
know
going to look like,
that
this is
the
going to
front-
be mine. It's that's
Okay.
too big.
Oh, let's show that one. He's right, that his is smaller. It's not too big. So he knows he'll have room for all the other stuff. And if he wants to put stuff in the background afterwards, he can choose to do that too. So that's cool.
It's that way.
Similar, but different.
Yeah.
I like that. It's very subdued. All right. And now we're not going to show you every step. I might hold mine up a couple times. But so it looks like Bambino goes to the face next, which is where I was going to go. So I just go from that front side, or I guess it really doesn't matter which direction he's facing. On one of the sides, I just bring that half circle down and out a little bit, whoop, this way, to start to make the triangular shape for the nose. And then I go the other way and figure out how long I want my tail to be.
So, I'm going to draw my tail right now.
My tail's also.
So right now, we have the body,
This
and the
looks more like a
face,
pin.
and the tail. And if anybody has read The Little Prince, it almost looks like the elephant hat thing. The elephant and the snake hat. I don't know. Almost.
I used some mica
So,
for the eyes and mouth.
oh.
So,
Biscottino is already adding face details. I'm not there yet. So
oh,
I'm
you
gonna
little lizard.
little lizard. That's right. Well, I'm gonna add the legs next, and so their legs are pretty short, and then I'm giving they're just triangles to make the little claws, because they use those long claws for digging out like ants and termites and stuff, right?
Yep.
So, and the great thing about drawing is that all of our drawings will probably look a little different because we all see shapes, we see the world a little bit differently.
So I'm gonna get some.
So it's really cool to kind of draw along with friends like this because you get to see
I'm gonna start doing the scales.
how they see things a little differently, but like both of them end up being really cool, right? So pangolins also have this little area in their face that's sort of going to be marked off from the rest of the body because their scales don't cover this area of their face or most of their legs and their bellies. So when you're drawing a pangolin, you want to leave an area that you're not going to put scales on. See, I have a little eye and a little nostril here. And now I'm going to just
Mine
start.
looks like it has hair.
Awesome. Y'all are doing a great job. Those are awesome details. Bambino's already has a tongue. So they can show you theirs in a minute while I work on my scales. And let me show you real quick that shape that we were talking about. Which one? Oh, pink. There we go. So the shape is just, you can either do little, this is hard to get an angle, like little triangle shapes, or you can do whoopie shapes, like M's that keep going, or pangolin scales kind of look like this. And their rows actually overlap so that it'll be a whole row like this, and the next row comes like this. And they like overlap, and each of them can like move kind of individually so that when they roll up into a ball, it ends up doing like that first picture where they get like really noticeable, which is cool. Look at his little hand. Sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna work on my scales. The boys are working on some of their coloring. Do either of y'all want to show them your drawings so far?
I'm gonna show them.
Clean up these scales.
Somebody gotta hide a pen.
Cool.
So I'm gonna show my now at the end of the video.
At the end of the video, that's a good idea.
I'm just gonna make 2 drawing ones.
2 drawing ones.
So
Do we have enough paper out? Let me know if I need to get more paper.
We definitely
Okay.
want them more. So this is yours.
Thank you.
So
So,
this is supposed to.
real quick, because I don't want to take up all of you guys' time, I'm going to go back and do a lot of my scales and details and stuff later, which is something that y'all can do. Even if you get tired now, you can come back later and put more details on it. One way, if you're a more experienced drawer, you can, like, to add shading, you want to think about places where light is not going to hit. So if light's coming from the top a lot, you would make it darker under his belly, right? And things that are further back. So you would put shading
It's nighttime, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw the moon.
on areas like this. And you can even go in and add super involved details. I'm going to go back later and work on mine because I'm doing it for our gallery is actually doing a daily drawing challenge because we can get bored quickly. And sometimes it's hard to stay motivated and, you know, stay happy and positive all the time. And
So
as a gallery,
I gotta mess up for the marker, so it won't really look too good.
oh, it still looks awesome.
But I could just erase it with this.
You can try to erase it, or remember that you can always, since their scales move, you can turn it into a scale.
Or I could color.
So yeah, when we make mistakes, we can always kind of go back and see if there's a way to turn them into something else. Oh, it looks like he has a friend, or a sticker burr.
No, it's actually a little band-aid because somebody liked the pangolin and it's bleeding right there.
Oh.
So they put a band-aid right there.
I'm glad that pangolin has a
this,
band-aid.
Now this, what is messed up now?
You could just
think
put
it
a
looks fine.
band-aid.
No, it's
Maybe he's standing on a rock. I don't know. But
probably.
yeah, so we're inviting people to draw along with us when you get bored. Just trying to offer more ways to entertain yourself while we're all doing the responsible thing and social distancing. Right?
His foot is behind
So-
the walk.
I'm going to come back and finish my guy later for that. But I wanted to show y'all real quick because we were talking about the one that will stand up. So with like a drawing like this will work really well for that. So what you would do is after you fold your paper like this, you're going to draw kind of the same shape. You want to leave that top of the back right along where your crease is, where the fold is on the paper, so that when you finish the drawing, you can cut out all around his body through both sheets, but leave it connected here. So I'm going to do that with this one, just real simple and real quick, so that we can show.
That he has more band-aid because I messed up a little more. So put some more.
So we can show our drawings, and please share your drawings that you finish in the comments. Like, we'd love to see what you guys did.
If you draw the one, if you draw along with us, that's not pangolins. That's gonna be fine with me.
it's fine with me too if you chose to draw something different.
Now,
I like that.
I was
Thank you for
thinking
bringing
was the
that
feet gonna be either of the dark brown and then put some light brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the dark brown. Where's the lid for this?
I'm not sure. So
Oh, it's right
we
there.
have simple little pangolin guy. Let me.
Now I'm gonna
My
get the
scissors.
dark brown that's way over here for the feet. So I don't mess up with it.
Okay. So see how the back, like it kind of, just the back is the fold, right where it's folded. But you want to cut through both sheets of paper following the lines that you have on one side. So that's going to make it have that shape.
I'm gonna finish
And you
I'm
can-
gonna finish this light brown for the scales later. So I'm gonna be. So if the video is still going, I'll show it. If it's not going, I'll not. So
Okay. And we can take a
About,
picture
like-
of it and put it in the comments later too.
and also, we can ask. So if the video does end, then if the video is about to end, we can just make the video a little more longer. So.
Okay. Well, if you work on it right now, it might be done. So I thought about this probably a little too late for me. Maybe not for you. So when you're cutting it out, if you want to... Never mind, that's not even possible. I'm sorry. I was just thinking that we might want to find a way to reconnect the tails so that they don't just fall down. But we'll see.
Yeah, we need to reconnect
So
the
when you
tail
draw your pangolin, if
you're
his
cutting it out.
little legs aren't
If you
right at the same height, that's fine. Just cut a straight line underneath them. And then you don't even have to cut out the legs individually if you don't want to. I'm probably going to give up in a minute on some of these toes and come back to it.
that's his mama. Do you remember class?
Well, claws are on the end of toes. They're toes, right? I mean, they're not fingers.
Those.
They're phalanges.
What's
Phalanges are
Ugh.
the small bones
I
that
have
make
real
your
toe.
finger joints.
Yeah,
So
well, so
I've
what?
noticed. So if you might know,
Cool. That almost looks like a nautilus or a Fibonacci spiral.
And this is it.
So this is just super fast, and you know, if trial and error, if he doesn't stand very well, you can always cut and try. Well, mine stands fine, but you can always come back and try and make him stand up better, or you can find ways to like reinforce.
it like put stuff under him.
Yeah, and like you
To
could
make
make little ones. Like if you use a large sheet like we were using, and you fold it up. Like you do multiple ones on different folds, you can make a bunch of tiny pangolins and they can play. So that's how you do this guy, and we're working on our drawings, and I'm going to come back and color mine later.
Mama,
He has one question.
so like if you like want to do the whole pangolin in pencil, or like not color with crayons or markers, or like color pencils, like anything that has color, you can just use a pen. If you just want black on it, you can easily use a black marker, a black crayon, or a pencil, a black like pen.
This is true. Some people may not want to color their pangolins, and that's fine. You can do shading even with a pencil.
So-
You don't need to use colors to do dark and light. And maybe we'll talk a little longer about different ways to do shading in other videos.
So,
But we're probably going to sign off now.
we got.
Do y'all
We're
want to
gonna
show your
end-
pictures?
So, this is what it looks like for right now.
Cool. So
So
wait,
this
guys,
is-
one at a time. Let's look at Bambino's real quick. He was here first. So Bambino has a bunch of details in there.
Black. And then his tail is going back.
His tail is going back, and I like that. I like the line that makes, and the line of the, like with how the tongue goes. I think it was I like that you kept the tail going that way too. It's super cool. So super cool pangolin. Another super cool pangolin. Biscottino's pangolin has different colors of brown to show different colors of shading and light and dark. I like that.
Somebody put a high.
And he used more of a circular for the scales.
So we got lots
So this
of.
is neat. Yeah, we have lots of differences in the pictures
We have.
that make
I
them
saw some heights.
awesome in their own way.
And this is
I saw a lake. This guy came on.
And I also, this is how my little guy is
Of
going.
heights, more
Also
heights.
Oh, that's great. So Bambino is also drawing a pangolin curled up in a ball.
So many people
Okay,
are doing
so
heights and lakes.
we are going to say bye now. Do you guys want to say bye? And thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, 10-ish people who joined us. That's really cool.
So if you.
So
Guys, I saw some heights and the lake in this video. We need more of those.
oh, we need more hearts and likes. Apparently, Biscottino wants you to smash that like button. Do you want to say that?
You need to put the like. Just press the like.
Just press the like button. All right. Well, thanks,
Destroy
guys.
the like button.
Or
Y'all have a great day.
turn it on fire. Like.